The following is transcribed.
Welcome to Bat-Supe, the never nutritious, definitely delicious podcast dedicated to the old-time radio adventures of Superman and the dynamic duo. Buckle your utility belts for lots of deductive reasoning, plenty of pavement pounding, and door-to-door disappointment galore. Before we get to today's adventure, let's pause for this important message.
Gang, when you give someone a present, it's always wonderful to see the face of the person you give it to light up. And that's why our new swell prize is so great. Every time you have your mom open up a can of never nutritious, definitely delicious Bat-Supe and take out that little baggie of Kryptonite Slime, well, it does our heart good just imagining how your face must light up in the warm green glow of that fun and mysterious prize. Moms too, for that matter. In fact, the warm green glow of our Kryptonite Slime is what's made this swell prize so popular. It makes a great reading light, and there are no batteries required. So, if you haven't already, and even if you have, be sure to stock up on plenty of specially marked cans of Bat-Supe and stockpile your own supply of Kryptonite Slime. Bat-Supe, available wherever fine podcasts are sold. In this case, it actually is easy being green.
And now, Bat-Supe presents today's adventure, Part 7 of The Monkey Burglar, as originally broadcast on February 20th, 1947.
Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive. Able to leap tall buildings at a single bound. Look, up in the sky. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Superman.
Kellogg's Pep. P-E-P, Pep. Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal, presents
The Adventures of Superman. Today, Superman and Batman continue their search for Robin, unaware that the boy is doomed to death by the Monkey Burglar's henchmen.
Hello there, gang. This is your pal Dan McCullough. You know, nowadays, when you read the funny papers, you're reminded of those comic buttons in the new series all the gang's collecting from packages of Kellogg's Pep. And when you take a look at any of your Pep comic buttons, you're reminded of your favorite characters' adventures right in the funny papers. It's swell fun because those pictures are so doggone true to life that, well, you'd almost think that you're going to hear the siren on Chief Brandon's police car, or hear Superman's famous up, up, and away. You see, every single one of those 18 different pictures is an accurate reproduction of one of your funny sheet favorites. It's done up in bright color, too, so that you'll feel like strutting around when you wear your Pep comic buttons on your jacket or your dress or cap. And remember, you get these prizes the easy way. You can't buy them anywhere, and you don't send in any money, not even a box top. You just look for your prize inside every package of Kellogg's Pep you open. And say, speaking of prizes, how about the good eating you get in Kellogg's Pep, too? Pep is so crisp and fresh and toasty, it's full up to the brim with catchy sunshine flavor. You know, Pep is called the Sunshine Cereal. It's a prize in good breakfast eating. So ask Mom for lots of P-E-P, the Sunshine Cereal, Kellogg's Pep.
And now, the adventures of Superman. As you remember, Batman's young companion Robin is in the hands of a gang behind the so-called Monkey Burglar, a daring young acrobat who, dressed as Robin, has been scaling the walls of skyscraper apartment buildings and robbing the wealthy occupants. In an attempt to find Robin, Clark Kent and Batman visited the last apartment robbed by the mysterious thief. And there, Kent found a high school medal, emblematic of the state gymnastics championship, which he and Batman believed to be an important clue dropped by the Monkey Burglar. But at the High School Athletic Association, our friends learned that 10 such medals had been won in the last decade by 10 different boys, thus giving them 10 suspects. As we continue now, Kent, Batman, and Inspector Henderson, still baffled, are returning to police headquarters in a taxicab. Listen.
It'll take time to track down 10 different boys, Clark. Meanwhile, heaven only knows what's happening to Robin. Or even where he is.
Take it easy, Batman. We don't have to track down all 10 boys who won the medal.
How else can we know which one is the Monkey Burglar?
Yeah, how do you figure that, kid? Unless you're willing to admit it's Robin.
No, don't start that routine again, Inspector.
Okay. What's your angle, kid?
Well, I don't think we have to track down all 10 boys on this list because the Monkey Burglar has been identified as being about 15 or 16 years old.
Uh-huh.
And a boy who was in high school 10, 9, or even 5 years ago would be older than 15 or 16 now.
That's right.
So all we have to do is check the boys who won the medal in, well, say the last 4 years. Is that all right with you, Inspector?
Oh, sure. Help yourself, kid. Personally, I'm all washed up with this medal angle. For my money, it's a wild goose chase.
Now, look, Inspector, this is no...
I'm all through listening to you fellas. Because the mayor, the newspapers, the citizens committee, every big shot in town is on my neck.
I know.
I've got just 24 hours to put the Monkey Burglar behind bars. If I don't do it, well, I'm out on my ear. Well, here's headquarters. Coming in with me, Kent?
No, thanks. Batman and I are going to work on this list of medal winners.
Yes, and I'll bet we'll make you eat your words, Inspector.
Yeah, I doubt it. Well, again, I say, for your sake, I hope so.
Thanks.
So long.
So long, Inspector. Driver, go on to 1228 Bridge Street.
Okay. What's that address, Clark?
That's where a boy named George Henline lives. He won the state gymnastic championship in 1945.
Why'd you pick him first?
Because he's first on the list.
Oh.
Oh, you better shed your costume, Batman. I think it would be better for you to appear simply as Bruce Wayne.
Okay.
Make it snappy. We're turning into Bridge Street now. Apartment 3D, wasn't it, Bruce?
Yes, that's what it said in the mailbox, Clark.
Okay, here we are.
Here's hoping we hit the jackpot right off.
We know in a minute. Here comes a woman to answer our knock.
Well, how do you know? Oh, your X-ray vision.
Quiet.
Yes?
Pardon me, are you Mrs. Henline?
Yes, what do
We
you...
understand that your son, George, won the state high school gymnastic championship 3 years ago. Is that right?
Why, yes, it is. George is a wonderful athlete.
Oh?
As a matter of fact, he may be on the next Olympic team.
Well.
That's what he said in his last letter.
His letter?
What do you mean, Mrs. Henline?
Why, he's in Germany, you know.
Germany?
Why, yes, with the Army of Occupation.
Uh-oh.
But do come in, and I'll be glad to tell you what you want to know about George.
Well, thanks very much, but it won't be necessary now. We wanted to talk with your son, but since he's out of the country...
We're sorry we troubled you.
Yes.
Thanks, and goodbye, Mrs. Henline.
No trouble at all. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Well, that's that for number one. All right, come on, Bruce.
Right. Who's next, Clark?
Well, let's take a look. Frank Ames, 126 Crescent Drive.
Okay, let's go.
Mr. Ames, we understand that your son Frank won the high school gymnastic championship 2 years ago. Is that right?
Yes, that's right, Mr. Kent. Frank's quite an athlete.
Well,
May I ask why you're inquiring about that?
yes, certainly. You see, I'm a reporter for the Daily Planet, and my friend Bruce Wayne here...
Reporters. Well, quite a few of you gentlemen of the press have been here to get a story since Frank went to training camp.
What?
Training camp.
Why, yes. I assumed you knew he signed a contract with the Red Sox baseball team and went south to their training camp last week.
No,
Frank's an excellent pitcher, you know.
Oh, yes.
He went south last week?
That's right.
Blank number 2.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, it's our mistake, Mr. Ames.
Mistake? I'm afraid I don't understand.
Well, we were looking for a different story.
And a different boy.
Yes, so we'll apologize for bothering you and get along. Thanks very much, though.
Goodbye, Mr. Ames. Let's go, Clark.
Right. On to prospect number 3.
I see you're getting set for a trip as Superman.
Right.
Well, where to now?
Next stop is downstate in Bensonville to see a boy named Phil Edwards who won the state gymnastic championship in 1943.
Well, I hope this one pans out. I'm beginning to think we may be barking up the wrong tree.
I don't think we are. There. All set. You ready?
Yep. Let her rip.
Okay. Up and away!
Why, yes, Mr. Kent. My son Phil did win the state gymnastic championship in 1943.
I see. Could you tell me where he is now, Mrs. Edwards?
Certainly. He's in college now.
In college?
Yes. He's an excellent student, and he manages to keep up his athletics, too. He's on the team at State College.
Is this a picture of your son, Mrs. Edwards?
That's right.
Oh, he's a fine-looking boy.
Oh, he must be over 6 feet tall.
He's exactly 6 feet 2 inches tall.
Well, that lets him out, Clark.
Lets him out? Of what?
Oh, no, nothing at all. Thank you, Mrs. Edwards. Thanks very much. Come on, Bruce. We have one prospect left.
tries and 3 blanks. Maybe Inspector Henderson was right, Clark, when he said some perfectly innocent person dropped the medal.
No, sir. My hunch still says the monkey burglar dropped it, and we've got one more chance to prove it.
Who's our last prospect?
A boy named Billy Riggs, who lives on Morton Street in Metropolis. He won the medal last year.
I see.
There we are. Now, you all set for a quick trip via Superman Express?
Yes, but this is our last chance. If Billy Riggs isn't the monkey burglar, we may never find Robin.
Last chances have paid off for me before, Bruce.
Well, I've got my fingers crossed, Superman.
Right. Here we go. Up and away! Leaping high into the sky with Bruce Wayne, Superman rockets back to Metropolis, following the final clue which may or may not lead our friends to the mysterious monkey burglar, and so to the missing Robin. Are they on the right track? We'll be back in a moment to find out, so stand by.
Say, you know how it is when you get excited about something? You know, sometimes you get your words all mixed up. Well, the other day, a young pal of mine got so excited when his mother opened a new package of Kellogg's Pep. Here's what he said. Gee, Mom, just what I need in my collection. Vitamin Flintheart. Well, of course, he was talking about Vitamin Flintheart, of those funny paper characters on the Pep comic buttons in that new series All the Gang's Collecting. And believe me, any one of those 18 new and different buttons is something to get excited about. The colors are so clear and bright, they stand out like anything against that gleaming white background. Yes, sir. Seems like you're not in the swing these days unless you're collecting those swell prizes. So you better keep going on your collection. Ask Mom to get you a good supply of Kellogg's Pep. You don't send in any money, not even a box stop. And you can't buy these comic buttons anywhere. You just look inside every package of Kellogg's Pep you open, and there's your prize. And what else do you get from a box of Pep? Well, a mighty terrific dish for breakfast. Yes, sir, a bowl of those sunny golden toasted whole wheat flakes is just the thing to start off your day with a bang. So ask Mom for lots of P-E-P, the Sunshine Cereal, Kellogg's Pep.
Now, in a small apartment in the squalid tenement district of Metropolis, we find the thin, wiry man called Spider and Jonesy, his husky henchman, engaged in conversation.
Jeepers, Spider. That Robin kid sure is a little wildcat. But Slim and I got him tied up now, so he'll stay tied.
Good. I gotta laugh when I think about how the cops are sure he's the monkey burglar.
Yeah, we got him fooled all right, huh?
And I want to keep him fooled till this last caper is over, the one we pulled tonight. Boy, is this one a pip. At least 100 grand.
Hey, that's a lot of cabbage.
And how? With that and what we already got, we can retire after tonight, Jonesy.
Yeah, well, that'll be okay with me. You know, the kid's been giving me the jitters.
You mean Robin?
No, a monkey kid. Complaining all the time, and especially since he lost his good luck piece.
What good luck piece?
Didn't he tell you? He always carries some little medal he won in a high school gym meet or something. Says it's his good luck piece.
So what?
Well, so this morning he couldn't find it. Now he went home to see if it's there.
He went home?
Yeah.
What'd you let him do that for, you lunkhead?
Well, I figured it might calm him down if he finds his dopey medal. Anyhow, you let him go home before.
Yeah, but not in the daytime when he's supposed to be in school.
Hey, I never thought of that.
Ah, well, maybe it don't matter anymore. Because we'll be all done with him after tonight anyhow.
Look, you're just gonna let him go then, Spider?
Are you kidding? With all he knows?
I didn't think you would. How about the Robin kid?
Yeah, we're gonna let the cops find him.
The cops? But Robin's seen me, and he's seen you too.
Don't be so dumb, Jonesy. Robin ain't gonna be able to talk when the cops find him.
Oh, you mean?
Sure. The cops think Robin is the monkey burglar? Okay. So they're gonna find him tonight, after we pull this last caper. But like I say, he ain't gonna be able to tell him he ain't the monkey burglar. And neither is Billy Riggs, the real monkey burglar.
His little eyes gleaming, Spider pronounces doom for Robin and for the boy named Billy Riggs, the real monkey burglar. Will Superman and Batman meet Billy Riggs, who is the one person who might yet be able to lead them to Robin in time to save the youngster's life? What will happen? A great deal happens in tomorrow's exciting episode, so don't fail to be with us. Tune in tomorrow, same time, same station.
And remember, for breakfast, it's Kellogg's Pep.
For excitement, the adventures of Superman.
Superman is a copyrighted feature appearing in Superman DC comic magazines and is brought to you Monday through Friday at this same time by Kellogg's Pep, the Sunshine Cereal. Say, gang, get a load of this. In Kellogg's Variety, there are 10 individual packages of cereal for you to choose from. Every morning you can pick out your own private box of cereal. And it'll be one of your Kellogg favorites like Pepper or Rice Krispies and Corn Flakes. Boy, that's a circus of fun. That's Kellogg's Variety, the handy white, green, and red package with all those crisp, fresh Kellogg cereals. Some flaked, some shredded, some popped. Made from corn, wheat, or rice. Ask Mom to get Kellogg's Variety. And be sure to be with us tomorrow for the thrilling adventures of Superman. This is the Mutual Broadcasting System.
That was part 7 of The Monkey Burglar from The Adventures of Superman. Thank you for listening. Never miss an episode of Bat-Supe by subscribing on your favorite podcatcher. Bat-Supe, a proud member of the Moonlight Audio Theater family of podcasts, is also available on YouTube and Facebook. Surf in and give us a like, a follow, or whatever the cool kids call it, and be sure to tell your friends. Learn more at bat-supe.podbean.com. Well, that'll wrap things up for this episode of Bat-Supe, but be sure to tune in next time when you'll hear Clark Kent say...
Yes, I know. It's a shame that we don't have enough schools and playgrounds in Metropolis.
Democracy. As everyone knows, democracy means many things. Self-rule of the people, a higher standard of living, freedom of speech, press and religion, rights and privileges, liberty. But the most vital promise of democracy is mankind's right to dignity. For it is through the dignity of man that democracy has given mankind its greatest legacy of freedom.